we have a video. Oh, it's from super producer Efren Monsanto. Supporters of the rebels that toppled Assad's regime in Syria just hours ago celebrate in Mississauga, Ontario. Yeah, I guess, would that be near the Gaza Plaza? There's that diversity in in play for you. But why don't we take a look at that video? Yeah, so folks, as they used to say back in the day in the TV business, do not adjust your set. That is Mississauga, Ontario, not Damascus, Syria. Wow, quite a display. And yet again, I guess I know I'm being a nitpicker, but you know, if you're in Canada enjoying the pursuit of the Canadian dream, taking advantage of Canadian social services, is it too much of an astray that there's, I don't know, one Canadian flag on display?
You know, that's the thing. I would like to see some more Canadian flags, but I'm Canadian. I like the values that we have here, so perhaps that's the difference. But it looks like there's a lot of blocking going on there. I couldn't help but see cars just standing still in the lot and wondering, hey, where are the police and their horses? I mean, it just looks like there's perhaps open businesses that are just completely halted by this demonstration.
Oh, don't worry, Dre. I'm sure Fraulein Freeland is right now freezing the bank accounts of every participant there. Not. Right. But no, you're right. It does point to the political and policing double standard we've seen for the last 14 months in our Dominion. And I mean, I think the worst example was right in your backyard. You covered this, the burning of the Israeli, American, and even Canadian flag in Vancouver.
You know, that was such a shock to see. But the point that really, I think, wasn't covered as much is that this had been happening for a while. You had Charlotte Cates, who was the head of that movement. She had been charged back in the spring with possible hate crimes, and nothing happened under the NDP Attorney General, Nikki Sharma. She just let it sit there until it gets to the point where hundreds of people in the center of Vancouver at the Vancouver Art Gallery are chanting death to the United States, death to Canada, death to Israel, celebrating the burning and the tearing of flags, and of course, celebrating the anniversary of the October 7th massacre. This is some real scary stuff. I also covered how inside a little area at that protest, which also wasn't really covered, was that there were groups of them handing out these pamphlets that gave people instructions on how to enter buildings without being noticed. I mean, this is what I mean when I say we have problems right here in our own country that we have to worry about. So I hope we do see a leader who starts to care about that.
You know, it's amazing, too, when you see these flags being incinerated. I mean, we have seen an unholy alliance these last 14 months, the Islamists and the Marxists. And the left, correct me if I'm wrong, Drea, aren't they all about global warming and reducing our carbon footprint? But you know what? When it comes to kerosene on a Canadian flag, you know, burning a polyester, flag, yeah, there's nothing wrong there. I guess it's all in the messaging. So the hypocrisy, again, is incredible. And it's everywhere. We have a little video from our Quebecois buddy. Is it Quebecois or Quebecer? I don't know anymore.
Don't ask me. Where's Alexa when you need her?
Quebec person, Guillaume Roy. Well, let's put it this way, folks. You never know who you're going to bump into outside the grand opening of the Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. Check this out.
مخطوف قدر محتوم مستني الحرب تقوم شايل هم منك ما تقوم بس قوم وانا اخوك.
Drea, quick correction, Notre Dame Cathedral in Montreal, not Paris.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second. But yeah.
I just assume Guillaume, usually they're like a matched pair, aren't they? Guillaume and Alexa Lavoie.
Yeah.
I just assumed he was over in Paris with Alexa. But no, that was indeed Montreal, mea culpa, folks. But again, I'm donating to where? And, Dre, I always wonder about these little ad hoc money boxes you see. Like, where is that money? Is it really going to Gaza, or is it going to the local shawarma shop down the street?
Well, that huge smile, the huge smile she has on her face like this, couple of pictures on a plastic dollar store box, and you're set. And it reminds me actually of what you saw at the Every Child Matter protests all the time after the so-called discovery of 215 buried Indigenous kids in Kamloops that were never discovered. You saw those boxes going out. I'm sorry, where is that money going? And of course, that's the first thing I thought of when I saw that box as well.
Yeah, and I'm sure they have a charitable tax receipt they can give out to people making donations of at least $15. I'm just so skeptical when I see that kind of fundraising. But you know what? We have lots more to come. But in the meantime, I believe we have a Rumble ad read and a Rebel ad break because, folks, we got to pay the bills. We're not getting handouts from Blackface here at Rebel News.
Mm-hmm.